My next tip is to be sincere. As far as my general philosophy of teaching, I've found that it is generally more effective if you are being honest with your students about how you're feeling. Um, they tend to judge you way less harshly, and they know exactly where you're coming from. Communication is number one. And if you have communication established between you and your students, it's a rapport that you have with them. This is a professional relationship that you have with your students. And in all relationships, there should be some degree of communication. If you take the time to address the elephant in the room, let them know this is not normal what we're doing. I would love nothing more than to be in a classroom with all of you, getting to know each of you individually in a classroom setting. That is going to make them feel so much more appreciated. It is going to, again, reduce their stress, and maybe it's going to create a situation where they feel at least the spirit of school is still alive in this. And we're not missing out on the feeling of what it's like to create a community in a classroom. It's just the way that we're delivering that looks different. And let's not ignore the fact that we're delivering this information differently. My last tip is to make sure that even from the first day of school that you have procedures set in place. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have procedures set for your students. The procedures that you use are probably going to look a little bit different than the ones that I decided to implement for my classes, but I do want to stress that it is important that you develop what you would like those procedures to be. If you are interested in seeing what procedures were the ones that I set for my classes and the ones that I found the most successful, I'm going to put a link to a different video that goes into further detail about the procedures that I implemented for my online class. Merci beaucoup for watching my video. I really hope that you found my tips helpful, and I would love to know if you implemented any of them and if you found that they simplified your first day. I know that I was very nervous my first day because I did not know what to expect, but I promise that if we establish certain things from the get-go, it's just going to make our lives so much easier in the future. I'm 3 weeks into doing this now, and all of the stress and I'm not gonna lie, it was general fear that I had going into this is been subdued. So I wanted to do what I could to make sure that other people felt the way that I do. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're in it alone. I hope to see some of you back here soon. Ciao. And you want to make sure that you are not lecturing your students, because you might find yourself speaking to dead air, which is actually kind of awkward.